You have the first question at this monumental landmark press conference, and you serve up that? I mean, honestly, how do you think he's going to answer? I mean, who cares? Focus on the task at hand.
Right, exactly. This is not about his personal feelings. It's about how are you handling the situation and going to make it right.
Besides, what do you think he's going to say? I'd be fine with it. Yeah, it's fine. Next.
And, okay, Roger Goodell may not have thought through a lot of the questions he received that day, but I guarantee you that question had been posed enough throughout the media and everywhere else. He's thought of that question. You know what I mean? It's not, it wasn't relevant to the reason we were there, you know?
Peter Alexander, NBC News. Come on. Also, speaking of, the Ravens had their press conference today. Steve Bisciotti sat up there like on the Game of Thrones seat, and it looked more like an Apple, like an iPhone 6 unveiling up there as the stage was set up, and basically came out, and I'll give him credit. He spoke from the heart. He lambasted Ray Rice and Ray Rice's camp for basically manufacturing the entire ESPN Outside the Line report that dropped right after Goodell's Friday press conference, basically insinuating that Bisciotti and the Ravens tried to cover up the Ray Rice investigation. A little wink nod, a little Ray, why don't you go away, and then we'll bring you back at some other time. Yeah, we'll see. I'm pretty much over this, but it just gets exceedingly interesting to me that what should have been a very easy decision with Ray Rice after learning of the incident, possibly seeing the videotape, just to sit him down for an extended period of time, how badly and how many terrible decisions lead to more bad decisions on top of things that supposedly smart people like Steve Bisciotti, Ozzie Newsome possibly, John Harbaugh maybe, and Roger Goodell have made in this situation.
Yeah, I mean, what was it? Steve Bisciotti's little vine that I saw today was saying, it's not like I work hard. It's not like I would have 60 more hours a week if I sold the team. Oh, okay. That inspires a lot of faith, buddy. At the same time, though, he did actually, like you said, spoke without notes, spoke from the heart. He wasn't a robot giving programmed answers.
He said he stepped in a lot of potholes. Lines that could be taken out of context that will basically write columns for the next week.
Right. Well, he said when your integrity is questioned, it's humbling. Well, honestly, I mean, his integrity has been questioned before, and so has that organization's, and it's being questioned again. So, I mean, how many times are you going to be humbled? I don't know, by being questioned on your integrity, but it keeps happening. So, whatever. I don't know. I'm not inside the Ravens, but it's easy to build preconceived notions about them just from various events that have happened surrounding that organization.
Yeah, and it's I've been saying this for a while, that the 30 for 30 about these past few weeks in the NFL will be interesting, but the whole Ray Rice incident might have its own 30 for 30 by itself, and I'll find that one extremely interesting too.
Absolutely. I mean, it's going to, I need to be removed from it a bit. It's been overload, but it's been a really interesting cover up and cover up to cover up the cover up. And on and on and on and on. It's been intriguing for sure.
See, I think what might possibly happen is that Ozzie Newsome's been on his path to be the athletic director at his alma mater, Alabama, for years. And he is seemingly a man of high character, and I could see him just washing his hands of this whole situation. He's already got 2 rings, and be like, all right, screw you guys, I'm going to Tuscaloosa. And then John Harbaugh could jump ship too, and then maybe Bisciotti is just left holding himself here.
Well, I mean, he's not a stupid man. I think he knows how to get people in the right position to do the job well. So,
plus, a stupid man does not have that white of teeth.
Right. Well, and that many teeth. He's like Sharknado with all those teeth everywhere. Where did all those teeth come from? Kind of awkward, but whatevs.
No,
all right.
Money you could buy.
You got an interesting dental. Yeah, exactly. There you go. So, I don't know.
And just putting a bow on
The
this,
Ravens.
note to billionaires and potential future NFL owners, if you do become an owner, be like the Rooneys, be like the Maras, don't be like Bisciotti, and don't be like Ziggy Wolf. Moving on to happier things to a degree. What the heck happened to your Texans in North New Jersey?
Why would that be a happier thing we're moving on to?
Because it's actual football, and terrible football, like we're going to discuss, is way better than whatever this whole Goodell and Ravens thing is.
Well, I was just wondering, like, if my sadness brought you happiness, or, if you were just reveling in the fact that the Texans lost to the lowly, hapless New York football, quote-unquote, Giants.
It was zero offense, Eli Manning struggle-faced New York Giants put up a 30-burger on JJ. And your bay was out, too.
That defensive line. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Defensive line was.
Hey, this was the David Carr Bowl.
Why was it the David Carr Bowl? Because David Carr played for the Giants?
Yeah, he went to the Giants and backed up Eli.
He's no longer there.
Jettisoned. Yeah, I know, but still, it's the David Carr Bowl.
He got a ring.
Oh, he did get a ring.
And he
That's
got a ring.
Awesome.
It's so awesome. It doesn't hurt at all either.
Plus, you guys made Rashad Jennings look like Jim Brown.
I was going to say, I did start Rashad Jennings, of all people, and got like 23 points off of him. Shut up. I hate it when you say that. It makes me want to throw things at your face.
Well,
I just want to hurt you when you do that.
How'd you make out in fantasy, by the way?
Oh,
in your 17
awful.
leagues? How
I
awful
had 5
awful?
teams.
Yep.
I think I did 2 and 3. I mean, we'll find out tonight because I had several Bears in a couple of teams.
Now, is it bad or kind of
yeah.
rubish that I kind of like starting guys who play on Sunday night or Monday Night Football just so I can always have a sweat?
That's kind of masochistic in a way.
I always like having a chance into the late games and always having a little bit of skin in the game. You know what I mean? So if there's a matchup between player A and B, and say player B is slightly less than player A, but player B plays on Monday night, I'll probably go with B if the difference isn't too big.
That's quite an interesting strategy you got there. I hadn't really thought of it that way, but actually it could make for some more fun matchups. I might try it.
Yeah,
what could it hurt?
And plus,
besides losing,
since I didn't bet tonight's game, I don't have any fantasy guys, and I really don't care at all. No, we are recording this on Monday night, by the way, full disclosure. But fantasy, I did not have a good week in my one league to rule them all because Sproles got shut down, Morris got shut down, Rudolph got hurt, Bobby Rainey laid an egg early on, and my defense scored more touchdowns than my skill position players, so that was fantastic.
Ouch, dude.
And it was even worse because my opponent played Tony Romo, Des Bryant, and the Dallas kicker against the St. Louis defense. Which sucks even more because Tony Romo
really
threw a pick six. No, but you think
live your fantasy life.
But you think someone playing 3 offensive players against the defense that they're actually playing in real life, just by committing that standard flaw, that I would have an edge, but no. And it came down to Colin Kaepernick yet again, and he let me down because he's not as good as Russell Wilson. I thought it was close at the beginning of last season, but not anymore.
No, he's not. Well, you know what I did? I did something really stupid.
You dated Colin Kaepernick.
I did what?
You dated Colin Kaepernick.
No. God, no. He kisses his biceps. That's gross. No, actually, I started Josh McCown in 2 leagues.
Oh.
And I went with Mike Evans.
Why?
Yeah. Because the Atlanta defense was supposed to be atrocious. And their secondary especially was supposed to be like, woo, we'll just burn those guys up. And he had more points than my other quarterbacks projection sort of setting. So it just looked like it might be something good. Well, it wasn't good, okay? I took a risk, and I had minus 0.13 points.
Other than that, you're fine.
Other than that, I'm fan-frickin-tastic.
Hey, did you notice that ESPN.com, a bunch of the links were down today?
Yeah, what the heck was with that? I mean, people are trying to do stuff here.
I think the Chinese got cyber attacked ESPN.com, just like they did Target.
Why the Chinese, though? What do they have against ESPN?
They're a bunch of hackers, and they just hate America. So they're trying to take everything that we love. So they're trying to take Target, and they're trying to take the NFL away from us.
They'll never succeed. I will fight them myself. You can't have Target. Target's fantastic. ESPN, marginal. You can have it. But give me the Target back. Ooh, Jay Cutler plays tonight. Jay Cutler.
Oh, yeah. What's your deal with him? What's your obsession with Jay? Why?
I don't know, but you know what I've recently discovered?
They suck.
Most women who love... No, you're not going to listen, are you? This is really interesting.
No, full disclosure, most of the time that you're talking, I'm just waiting for my turn to talk.
Shut up. God,
all right,
I hate
fine.
you so much sometimes.
Right. Tell me about women and Jay Cutler.
Okay. Most women who love football, I have discovered, have either a thing for Jay Cutler or Phillip Rivers, and they hate the other. And I think it all goes back to that one game, right?
Oh, where they're jawing back and forth when Cutler was in Denver?
Yelling?
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened. So I think women decided they like that cocky attitude from one of them, but the other one repulses them. Well, I'm on Jay's side. I'm Team Jay. So there you have it.
See, as a woman, yeah, you can tell me if this is true, and it's sample size, LOL, but whatever. Do women respond more to like a cocky, brash attitude? Do women like that sort of confidence in men? I've read that in a book.
Well, I think with a little humility involved, yeah. I mean, as long as it's not on a personal level, like they're just a total dick to everybody on earth. But when they are confident in themselves and can be a little cocky about it, sure, that's a good thing. The chicks like that.
All right, so chicks would be all over Richard Sherman.
Yeah, he probably gets way more action than we could even imagine.
Yeah, because after...
I mean, maybe he's married, I don't know, but...
I don't think he is, because after he's finished, he just yells out, "I'm the best lover ever!"
He's getting propositioned on the reg, for sure. So, whatever.
Yeah, what's going on in the background there?
Oh, God.
Is it a hotel party?
What?
Is it a hotel party at La Quinta? Oh.
Yeah, I'm having a big hotel party here in my little hotel room right by the airport. It's a blast.
At the airport in Carolina. And just to wrap up the first segment, I want to talk about my happiness. And
talk about
it's legit happiness. It's not snark happiness, because the Minnesota Vikings lost in New Orleans 20-9, but it's Teddy time. It is Teddy time.
Look at you with your rays of sunshine and BS.
Hey, just because Teddy was the 32nd overall and the Texans picked 33? 33rd?
I just want to hit you. God, I'm so sad you're so far away because I just want to hit you one time.
Hey, but you got that guard, Zuzina today. Is he starting?
Xavier Suafilo?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's starting. He's playing.
You know who else is starting?
Oh.
You know who else is starting? Teddy Bridgewater.
Who?
Teddy Bridgewater.
Shut up, you're a hooker. Okay, can we just say real quick, a little minor tangent, but it needs to be said?
Sure.
How stupid Ray Lewis is. How utterly idiotic he is.
We gotta save it. We got. Oh, did he say something new tonight?
Oh no, I'm just watching him on the Monday Night Countdown, and he just crossed my mind, and I didn't know if it was. I forgot if it was on your list or not. So I just had to let
it's
you
at
know
the
that.
end. We'll get a little levity in on Ray Lewis, but I just want to finish out the first segment with just talking about Teddy Matt Castle, unfortunately, was playing like bad Castle, and he also got hurt. And so Castle breaking several bones in his foot on that last play